Hey there, Diane Scaboloni here. Just finished up one of my morning walks, such a beautiful fall day, and I got some inspiration that I wanted to share with you. Um, One little snippet, and then it turned into like a big, vision. So, speaking of vision, you know how I have had the Clear Vision series with Diane Scaboloni for several years now. And been trying to think of what's the next move for this whole series? Like, what am I going to do with the whole COVID thing and, bringing people together in small spaces? It just isn't going to work. And then the weather and all that. So all of a sudden, it came to me that what I'm doing right now is Clear Vision. That's ultimately what Clear Vision is about, is helping us to have a clear vision of our lives. And so God is working through me to help other people have some vision, to see things. And so Clear Vision, if those of you that have come to many of the series, thank you. It's all about like the circle of your life, and there's all different pies. So there's the spiritual pie, which, is one of my faves. There is, well, I like them all. There's the emotional, there's the mental, there's the family, there is the food and the health. It's all of those things. There's money, career. And so these are things that God gives me some downloads about to help me to have a clear vision. So I'm just going to start sharing them with you. And, hopefully you find some value in it. And then one day, we'll be getting together again. But in the meantime, let's kind of share as if we were at one of the events. Grab a glass of wine and, please comment and go live or whatever you think makes sense. But this realization today was along the health and fitness plane. So if you think about, and I'm going through, my own journey as you get more mature in your life, you're going to get heavy in the middle and just accept it. And I'm just not good at that. So I've been trying all kinds of different ways of practicing and suggestions and learning about this whole thing. So I have a woman that I've been talking to that is like a coach, and just because I knew I was going to talk to her, I started to journal, and I've been making the decision to just give up sweets, which those of you that know me, that is a huge feat. And I'm recognizing that it's a huge feat because the roots are so deep. Oh my goodness. I mean, it was the way that my family bonded. It was a very dysfunctional family, but the only joy and happiness that we had was food related. And it was usually sugar, butter, cream, that kind of like comforty food. So of course, it's going to be hard for me to let go of that. And so today, so the first thing is I wrote in my journal, as you know, I love to write, being an author and all. And so I wrote in my journal a few weeks back, a love letter to brownies. And that may sound kind of crazy, but it's the truth. My son made brownies for himself, and I was not going to eat them. And so I looked at them, I smelled them, they were fresh out of the oven, they were my love. So I'm like, I love you, you're so beautiful, you're so chewy, you're so good with milk or coffee. You make my heart sing. You are beautiful. Your smell just lights up my heart. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh my God, these are substances from the earth. This is like nothing to get like so super excited about. And so what a realization. I'm talking and having a love relationship with like elements. And so that has been really cool, unpacking that. So maybe this will be helpful for those of you as we're going into like the holiday season where we really decide to, really have a relationship with these particles. So today I was describing to my coach about going out to eat, and they put this, and I had described to her, they put down, it was Mitchell's, love their food. and they put down this beautiful loaf of hot, steamy, Italian, crusty bread. You know, the kind that's hard on the outside and chewy in the middle? Oh, and then melted-ish butter, not completely melted, but just soft enough so it spreads beautifully. So my son Zachary, he partakes. Matthew was working, and me and Jim, and Jim's on this journey with me, and I was describing this to my friend, and the way that I described again was like this love relationship. So on my walk, I'm reflecting about this, and then all of a sudden it hit me. If I don't fall in love and keep this love relationship with bread and butter, that is saying I don't love my deceased grandma. Really? What a distorted mindset. Of course I love my deceased grandma. She was my life. But think about it. All these ties that we have are so untrue. And so I felt like that was like imagining like you have these helium balloons attached to you. And that was a snip to let that belief go. It's like, go away, I don't need you. Of course I love my grandma. And my grandma wants me to be healthy and strong and not have the big belly that she had. And just to enjoy and to be fit and tie my shoes easily and march and walk and be a hip, sexy mom. That's what my grandma wants for me. And that's what God wants for me. So just pay attention to this relationship that you have in your mind with these elements and this food. So this was incredibly awakening for me. And I can recognize that I still love my grandma. I'm not dishonoring her. I'm not dishonoring our relationship or our connection. I'm honoring the true me, which is health and wholeness and strength, which is what I'm creating by choosing the right foods. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to have some crusty bread with butter sometime. I'm not saying that at all. But to be in love with it is a whole different story. So, I would much rather love Jesus, my heart, my God, the earth, of course, my beautiful husband and adorable children and family, and you. So you're way better than crusty bread and butter. Much love. Have a blessed day.